Speaking of unfortunate, I just wasted all my missiles. And I still need one. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Metroid Prime 2 of the Metroid Prime Trilogy. Before I start, I have some very good news. I know it's been causing the game to look and run poorer than it should. I've actually been thinking, if you look now, if you notice there's very noticeable jaggies, and it's a little low res. As it turns out, there's an option in the menu, I actually turned it back on just to demonstrate. It's called Disable EFB VRAM Copies. It disables the VRAM copy of the EFB, forcing a round trip to RAM, and inhibits all upscaling. Not only does this mean that it becomes impossible to upscale beyond 480p, at least noticeably, not all that noticeably, I think it only just sharpens it, but it also makes the game run worse, because I think it just goes to the system RAM. The point is, I know how to fix it. I just click, look how much better it suddenly looks. I've been playing it like this the entire time, when I could have been doing it like this. Man, I'm kicking myself. Can't believe it was that simple. Anyway, back to the game proper, huh? I think that's the important thing. The important thing is it's going to look a lot better, trust me. And it'll actually run better, too. Maybe not perfectly all the time. It seems to be having some hiccups because it still needs to load things, but you know. It's running a lot better as a whole. Unfortunately, I was never able to get that duplicate missile launcher. I tried replicating a video of it. Didn't work out. I'm not even You could probably still do it in Metroid Prime Trilogy. I'm not sure. I never looked into that, but all I know is I can't personally replicate it. I'm just not good enough. But that's fine. It's just a glitch anyway. It's not like you really need it. Destroyed War Wasp Hive. Compromised insect dwelling. This hive has been heavily damaged. Only remnants of the cocoon shell remain. Cocoon? No, a nest was a cocoon. What do we have here? Structural analysis complete. Wall section is structurally unsound. Explosive damage may cause it to weaken. You mean like this? Buddy, you need to chill. You know, maybe I should scan these guys first. War Wasp. Cunning aerial hunter. Venomous stinger. Shearing steel. Man. That's some potent venom right there. I guess it's trying to justify the fact that it's able to do harm to Samus, which would make no logical sense, now would it? What logical sense would that make, right? Hey, you prick. Are they still coming out of the remnants? Or are they coming out of somewhere else? Where the hell? Where the hell are those wasps coming from? I swear it's like they're coming from friggin' nowhere. Yeah, screw it. What about you? Combat damage to walls heavy. Structural Integrity critical, sorry. A heavy impact may cause it to shatter. Right, that's the one I just shot. How do I get up there? I just don't remember. In the meantime, I guess I may as well scan some stuff. This is a power door system. Awesome. Can I just jump that? No, I cannot. Okay, obviously that's out of commission. I honestly don't remember. Wait, maybe the war wasps are spawning in for a reason. Maybe that's trying to clue me in on something. Something my stupid self isn't paying attention to. Well, not that. Hey, you know what? Hang tight real quick. Sorry about that, I didn't even see this. I wasn't really paying attention. Power restored to kinetic orb cannon. I guess I should have been looking in the immediate vicinity, but for some reason my dumbass just assumed, oh, you gotta go up there and then you gotta activate something. Nope. It's right here this entire time. Sorry about that. I'll try to be better. Yeah, see that? Now that it's structurally damaged. Although you would think just having the ball slam into it would do it. I guess it's not quite powerful enough on its own. It has to be weakened. Although in that case, you'd think another missile would do it, but I guess that would just be a waste, wouldn't it? Excellent. Now we're talking. Look at that. It's a portal. Object out of scanning range, though. That's some kind of creature. Target has been dead for 8 cycles. Trace amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemical's effect on living biomatter. I assume that's to preserve the body. What strange creatures. Although they don't seem hostile. Well, I played Metroid Prime 2 before, so of course I can say that. I can say that in hindsight. I have that power. Behold my ability to know things ahead of time. And somehow I didn't figure out that puzzle. Whoops. I never said I remembered everything. I've got a general idea of what to do and what's going on, but I'm not going to spoil it just yet. I figure I may as well save there. It's as good a time as any. I think I remember the first time I ever played this. I was so low on health when I was getting here, and those bats actually killed me right before I got to the save room. I was so pissed off. Good times, huh? Good, unfortunate times. That's beside the point. Game has been saved. Energy fully replenished. Yeah! Yeah, scan me up, baby. Same as his eyes look weird, don't they? That's beside the point, I suppose. It's kind of funny. If there was ever a third-person mod for Metroid Prime, there's technically enough resources to do it. Because they do have a running animation for Samus. I'm not sure if there's a jumping animation. There probably is not. Nope. So yeah, that would be a little glitchy, but if you could somehow mod the animations that already exist, you could at least have Samus be running. And just spawn the power beam from her cannon somehow in the third person. It might not be so easy, but I'm just making sure that I don't have to go too far. Yeah, look at that. They're being made stronger. You don't want none of that. You know, it's very fortunate that they decided not to possess Samus, because at this point in time, what's stopping them? She doesn't have any resistance to this. Oh, I've already faced them before. They're the same as before. They're just regular hunters, but they have been corrupted. Man, I remember this being way harder. Maybe it's because I played the GameCube version, but I have to imagine Prime Hack is also helping, that it wouldn't quite be this easy on the original Metroid Prime Trilogy. Well, you know what I mean. Running on native hardware. I was playing Metroid Prime 1 on native hardware at first until I got the Phazon mines. Alright, that all you got? What's this? Unable to scan object, unknown energy field is scrambling the scan wave. How peculiar. Come on, baby. That's right, pop. Pop goes the weasel. I gotta scan him quick. Because once he becomes corrupted, you won't be able to get the Alpha Splinter scan ever again. You gotta be fast. Very swift and strong, it uses ramming attacks to defeat its foes. Yeah, go figure. Just like the rest of them, huh? Damn it. He's actually getting good shots on me. jumping around. Otherwise I'm dead. There, see? Once this happens, you won't be able to get the scan of the Alpha Splinter anymore. He'll simply transform, and then he'll be a completely different creature, see? Dark Alpha Splinter. Alpha male of a Darkling Warpack. Gigantic predator with symbiote-enhanced strength, speed, and armor. You know what this reminds me of? Which I'm pretty sure they took inspiration from? Freaking, Venom symbiote suit Spider-Man, the black suit. I'm guessing they took inspiration from that. That would make sense. I mean, a symbiote that basically manifests itself as a dark-colored suit of armor around the creature. It's especially apparent in the GF troops that actually have armor. Well, you know, traditional human armor suits. But it's also noticeable in here, too. It has to be inspired by Spider-Man, because I ordained it. I deemed it so. There we go. Dark Alpha Splinter defeated. I wonder what this is. Better scan it, huh? Unknown technology. Fantastic. You can definitely tell Samus has custom textures on her. System alert. Unknown item acquired. Alien technology has bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. Well, yeah. It was made by the good guys. You know? Essentially. Now let's see about this. Unable to interface. Door system cannot translate alien text. Guess it's gonna say the same thing. Unable to interface. Cannot translate alien text. Unable to interface. Cannot translate alien text. Got it. Okay, units identified as hybernetic stasis chambers. Life signs of hibernating bioforms within the chambers are steady. Chambers are made of a number of exotic metals. It would be quite difficult to breach them with conventional weapons. And why would I want to? Unless there's some kind of enemy. What is that? Destroyed Splinter cocoon, compromised hibernation structure. This cocoon has been heavily damaged. Only remnants of the cocoon shell remain. Now doesn't that sound familiar? I'm guessing I gotta go this way now. It's the only place I can go, so go figure. Scan. Thank you. Now it's time to get to the bottom of this. Or I guess, in this case, the top of this. I'm gonna get to the top of this. Start with the top up. Ooh, look at that. That looks interesting, doesn't it? Who are you? Do not be afraid. I am Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our world's peril. Yep, you've got allies. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet Ether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was one Ether, there were now two, one of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Ether, for a new race was born that day on the Dark World. One filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Ether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. That seems like important technology. You'd think the Ing would have had their best soldier holding that thing. But apparently not. I guess it's fortunate for plot-convenient purposes that the Ing are stupid. Extremely, extremely stupid. With it, you can now help us. Help us restore our world. You're our only hope, Samus. Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Ether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I've also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors coded with violet holograms. It's a good thing they use color codes instead of just, this is alpha level doors. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. Thank you. May the light of ether shine upon you. I guess you're not just going to give me all translations, are you? Well, yeah, we need some excuse to have... a gameplay mechanic, don't we? This is a regional energy controller. A unit regulates planetary energy in this sector. It is linked to a global energy network. Cool. That's right, you best bow. Luminoth lore translated. Origins. Yeah, that's best saved for another time. Luminoth, Umos. Indigenous sentient species of planet Ether. Subject is Umos, a sentinel of the Luminoth, a guardian of his species and the sacred temple. What the? Object scan complete. Luminoth lore projector is offline. Power cannot be restored to unit. Yeesh. That seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? I mean, once you scan it once, it's powered off forever? What if someone else wanted to scan that for information? Well, I guess they're just boned then, aren't they? It's only designed to be read from once and then self-destruct. Maybe that's to keep their lore safe or something from prying eyes. You know, so that way they can just self-destruct their data anytime they want, but still, it seems kind of weird. Maybe that's just me. Pathway to Agon. Beyond! The pathway to Agon sector lies. I don't know how that's pronounced. Agon, Agen, Agon, Agon. I'm gonna go with Agon because it sounds the coolest. This looks familiar. Light flyer. Light generating target is quite durable. It can fire bursts of energy in combat. Can it be destroyed? Okay, unlike those dumb creatures that were just dropping energy constantly in Prime 1, these ones can be destroyed by any weapon, seemingly. I mean, if it can be destroyed by the power beam, it could probably be destroyed by pretty much anything, let's be real. Not too bad, though. Use some missiles. What do you know? Speak of the devil. Give me that scan, baby. I love how the rocket powered like that. I guess it's just not using full power enough. It's using just enough power to keep it from reaching terminal velocity, I'm guessing. Check this out. Oh, wow, for some reason it's getting laggy. Maybe that's because of the scan visor itself. Nope, this area for some reason is just laggy in general. I guess even with the almighty power of the ENM, I guess that couldn't completely stop the lag. Changing that wasn't a complete... what's the word? It wasn't a complete miracle workaround. Maybe I should kill as many of them as possible so that the ink darkness has nowhere to go. There you go. You only got one or two of them. Just one of them. Sucks for you, Wing Darkness. Okay, you got two of them. Meh. You gotta really care? You can grab as many of them as you want. It's not gonna do a damn bit of good. Not really. Right, of course. Oh, an energy tank. Right, I guess the first time I came through here, I didn't have a missile. I didn't have a missile launcher. Excellent. Now that I've doubled my energy, I'll probably be just fine. Let's see. That looks like somewhere important. Man, it's lagging like hell, especially like this. Holy crap. When did it get so laggy? It's weird. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Where's my mission? I have no idea. They never told me. Maybe it's this way. Who knows? First, I'm gonna go this way. Just because there seems to be a door there. If it's something I can open, it'll be helpful. And if not, well, then I can just use my save state I just made to come back here easily. Good trip out, huh? Okay. Gate Durable Federation comprising. Although high yield. Okay. I can't go back there. So, I guess my mind's been made up for me, hasn't it? Wherever I go, it's gonna have to be in this direction. Definitely can't go back in that direction. And that requires some kind of other weapon. Not energy A's, seek an alternative energy source. It's purple, so I think you need the dark beam. Ah, the good old dark beam. It's too bad I'm not gonna get to go to Dark Ether yet, though. Oh well. Oddly, the game seems to be unstable. Maybe it has something to do with the custom textures. Oh, I would seriously doubt that. I would seriously doubt that because I've got a GTX 1050 with 4 GB of VRAM, so you would think it would be able to handle some high-res textures. Winch system malfunction. Control system is not responding. Unable to return container with winch system. Well, that sucks. What about this? Excellent. Get out of my way, Pinky. Move it. Oh, I'm sorry. I found another one of your dead. Data pack translated. Jafme's Testament. Sorry, I don't have enough time to read that. But may he rest in peace. It's always unfortunate to see. There are people dead. I mean, I can relate. I've been seeing a lot of Galactic Federation corpses lately. So both of us took heavy losses here. We can sympathize with each other, you know? Alright, that's a fun ride as always. Righty then. Alright. I've got full missiles and full health. What would I need with that, huh? Maybe I should scan these creatures. I really don't need to for the purposes of combat. I'm pretty sure I can handle myself just fine. You pretty much just shoot at them. It helps for the logbook, you know? Dead for 1.1 decacycles. Body has been badly damaged by sandstorms and heat exposure. The target was dead long before the desert got to it. So it wasn't just die. It didn't just die of heat stroke or something like that. Plant requires no moisture to survive, relying exclusively on solar energy for sustenance. That's interesting. How would that even be a thing? Don't all cells require at least some level of moisture? Oh well. Enjoy! You know, now that I think about it, it could be a hard A. You know, like Agon Wastes. Agon? Agon? I don't even know. Look at that creature right there. Sick freak. Sand Digger. Extremely well armored. Target exposed eyes to damage the creature. I can't go up there yet. And I say yet, because you know the space jump is coming. Space jump's coming. Don't you worry about that. Check that out. Ooh. Thank you. Sand Bats. Small airborne predator pack. Contact with targets can cause minor damage. Targets travel in flying swarms. Very interesting, isn't it? They're no match for me, though. That's probably why they fly away. They know better. Holy crap, that's Samus! Run, guys! Oh, the smartest enemies in the game, huh? Game has been saved. Energy fully replenished. Thank you. That's what I was hoping it would do. It'd just be weird if you didn't. Excellently done. Now then. On to business. Here it is. This isn't an RPG. I don't have to fight every creature that comes my way. In fact, there's little benefit in it. But just to prove that I can. See? There you go, I proved it. I don't need to prove anything else to you people. You happy now? There's your death. There's your entertainment. I don't know who I was imitating with that, but it sounded cool in my head. Probably cooler than it actually is. You gotta make sure that you have the missile launcher and a firm grasp on how to use it. I didn't run around in a circle. All these squares make a circle. All these bats make a circle. All these bats make a circle. That one is amber, which means I cannot translate it yet. That's the law of the color coding. Because no, we can't just have one universal Luminoth language. We can't just give Samus the translators all at once. No, we have to spread it out because it's a video game. But if you think about it, it makes no sense. It makes about as much sense as Adam not allowing Samus to immediately use all her suit upgrades at once, but you know. It's a minor thing. I still love Metroid Prime 2. In fact, I think it's underrated. As I mentioned before, I actually consider it my favorite. My favorite of the Metroid games as a whole. And Metroid Prime Trilogy actually makes it even better. It's definitely my favorite now. Just with the Metroid Prime Trilogy, it becomes my definitive favorite, even if it wasn't my favorite before. Also, the space pirates look even cooler, don't they? I love the crab design for them. Fire Troopers Starfaring Brigand. Okay. You require a bit of heavier firepower. Man, it's lagging up a storm here. Crazy. It's running on Vulkan though, so you would think either it's not a CPU issue, or even with the i5, it's not going to run perfectly. But it runs well enough. It's not like I'm going to switch. It's not like I'm going to switch to native hardware after this. I mean, even with the lag, Prime Heck is just too damn good. And it's not that much lag either. It's basically in the upper 40s to 50s. Pretty much all the time, and that seems to be in the worst case scenarios too. Want to see something cool? I'll show you something cool. Sand. Don't let Anakin see this. He'll freak out. He doesn't like sand. It's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. I think you need a missile to break open the shell. Brisky, venomous insectoid, poisonous stinger concealed in back-mounted shell. Finish it off quickly once the stinger is exposed. Because I guess it spits poison or something after it's been exposed. You don't want to mess with it. You don't want to screw around too much. There's no telling what it'll do. Once it's lost all of its defenses, it might go crazy. Statue of Deechur, the child hero of Agon. Once the lowly acolyte squire, he became a warrior when the temple was attacked. All warriors but the Char were slain, leaving the boy as sole defender of the temple. He served Agon for nearly a centicycle before being lost in Battle of Dark Ether. Yeah. Unfortunately, the one you see is pretty much the only one that is conscious. A lot of them are dead, and the other ones are in hibernation. It's just a very unfortunate situation all around, you know? Very, very unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, I just wasted all my missiles. And I still need one. And there's even a more unfortunate situation that I can't account for. The fact that I'm all out of time. So, as I get back up there, because I now have missiles, but unfortunately I still do not have time, I will have to say, that is it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like sand. It's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. And I will see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one, and have a nice and very pleasant day. See you later. Boink! If you enjoyed the content and want to stay up to date, I upload 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. You can also subscribe and hit the bell icon, or just check out the end screens right here.